North Road made this.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks and welcome to the third edition of Tactical Majlis Pod. We are here to talk about events that's been going around throughout the Champions League, hell, even Premier League. We may even preview games because there's one massive one happening this Sunday. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, stay tuned. And listen, guys, before we begin, you already know what to do. Subscribe, like, comment your way, go check social, share, inshallah, you're well wherever you are. Also, please go subscribe to Football Rig's channel, that brother right there. Yeah. His channel is always tagged in the title and placed in the description down below. Also, new Discord is out, like I've said earlier. I've even talked about it on the Bayern preview, and I've also talked about it on all the socials and all that stuff. So go check it out. Links everywhere. You know what I mean? And hopefully I'll enjoy, but please keep it peaceful. Sammy,
what's up, good, man? Man, what's good? Arsenal winning. That's what's good, man. That's what's good for me, man. I enjoy my life when Arsenal are winning. We're top of the league. We are also top in the Champions League, except for goal difference between us. By us, I mean Arsenal and Bayern Munchen. Other than that, my life is good. Life is good, man. What about you? Tell me. How's everything on your end?
Bro, life is static for me, man. I can't lie. You already know, man.
Brother.
Static. Brother. I am winning bare football matches. Enough said. You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So, of course, man. Yeah, life is good. You know what I mean? But I say we kick things off. You know what? Let's talk about Arsenal first, because I know it's not the title. But however, obviously it's your club and it'd be easy for you to cover while I do things right here on the description tab. So yeah, talk to me, man. What are you saying about your club?
Well, like I said, we're top of the league, 6 points away from City, 7 points away from Liverpool. So that's I would say not very comfortable, but it is a cushion to rely on a little bit. This week, Liverpool are going to play Man City, so that means one of those teams are going to drop points, so that's good for us. Overall, as a football club, I think we're moving towards greatness. To be honest, I'm happy to see Arsenal moving towards and acting like a big club, winning those, I would say, small to medium games in terms of hardness, in terms of levels. Also, we received some good news. Gabriel Jesus is back. He's back to full training. So that should give us also more options in terms of attacks. And also, it helps us also to have options in the upfront, in the central forward area, and also in terms of the left wing. I mean, Gabriel Jesus can occupy the left wing. So that's a really good news to hear before the international break. I can't wait for the first time for this international break, and the reason being is because we have a lot of players that are injured. We have Odegaard, we have Martinelli, some key players that are injured that we want them back, so that they can boost up our team and also help us win the upcoming fixtures in the late November. So we're gonna have Chelsea, we're gonna have Spurs, we're gonna have Bayern Munich. So it's gonna be a really, really tough, I would say, fixtures at the end of November. Other than that, man, Arsenal moving good, man. I'm happy with my team, and big up Arteta so far.
Yeah, your man looking somewhat dominant, man. I can't lie. And that's pretty rare for me to say. But yeah, man, it's like if I'm not mistaken, 3 clean sheets.
4, you mean? In Champions League?
Oh, no, not 3. Sorry, not clean sheets. 3 goals conceded. I've won.
Oh yeah, 3 goals conceded since in all comps. I mean, that's remarkable. I can't remember those goals. So it was Newcastle, it was Liverpool, and it was Manchester City. Those are the only teams we conceded to.
By the way, he's like you. He can't wait neither. Yeah, but you can't wait because your team's ass.
Gotta budge, I know, man. You missed the AR yesterday. I know. I was,
Oh yeah, he was
mocking
taking the piss
Chelsea,
out of you,
man.
man, with Azerbaijani language, bro. God, I couldn't
Gotta
believe it.
budge. Gotta budge out, man.
But back to Arsenal, they're going. So here's the thing, yeah. My thing with Arsenal right now is you're getting results. Your defense is looking good. It doesn't matter who's playing over there. It could be Gabriel, Saliba, Mosquera, God knows who.
And that's because of the coach and the defensive structure he built, man. To be honest, I mean, I'm gonna give him credit there. To be fair.
Yeah, but here's my question now.
Mm.
Do you think? Listen, you can get giddy too quickly. Now I understand. I'm doing that with my own team as well, a little bit, right? Not as much as you guys are, but I am to a degree after beating PSG, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But like, my serious question is, do you think relying on your defense only is the way to go, and set pieces is the way to go to win trophies, bro? Like Champions League, Premier League. Because I know that's what you're going for. You're not going for FA Cups. I know you, man.
Look, defense is a crucial part of the game. I'm not gonna lie. Set pieces is a weapon that you can use in the game, but is it enough for you to win trophies? No, absolutely not. I mean, you need to diversify the way you're scoring goals because you cannot rely 100% on set pieces. Because it failed us in a couple of games, such as Man City game. It failed us also against Liverpool. So I'm not gonna sit here and be shameless and say we can win it with only set pieces, but to have that in your arsenal, pun attended, is good. Is always good to have that, and you know it creeps on fear against your opponent once you have a set piece, once you have corner. I mean, our deliveries when it comes to set pieces from Declan Rice and even Saka is just remarkable from those two players. And yeah, we need to improve when it comes to the open play goals, and that's why I'm happy that Gabriel Jesus back. He adds a little bit of I would say flair into the attack. The way he dribbles, he can find his way and solutions in tight spaces. So that will boost up our open play. I would say goals. Even in terms of XG, because now you have Jesus, you have Eze, you'll have Odegaard back, you'll have Eucharist and Saka. So there are multiple players that you can score from open play or shots or tap-ins and all that stuff. So moving forward, I think the percentage will change. It will not be the majority will not be from set pieces. I think the open play goals will come into flourishing later on the stage of the season. It's just that we lack not currently the attacking options, and to be honest, I'm happy that we are. I would say, what's the right word here? I mean, we're piling up the points, and that's what you need to do, especially in the early stages of the season, so that you can have that kind of cushion and margin of error later on. If you lose, if you drop points, if you draw, at least you have that kind of gap in points. And currently is win by any means necessary, and that's what Arteta did, and that's what Arsenal football did. So I'm happy with that. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend otherwise.
I hear that. No, I absolutely hear that, to be honest. But yeah, man, it'll be very interesting to see what you do. I mean, what you won? What was it, 2-0 against Slavia Prague? I believe it was Mikel Merino. 3? I thought it was 2.
No, it was 3-0, bro.
Did you score like a late goal in the end that I didn't notice?
No, it was a penalty, first goal, and then Mikel Merino scored a brace in the second half.
Yeah, you're right. What the yeah, Saka pen, then Merino scored because Merino scored a brace.
Yeah.
Interesting. And he didn't even score them. He scored them in the 46th and 68th minute. Interesting.
Yes.
And your next game is against yours truly, which we will talk about next. Actually, um,
Mm.
yesterday I kind of gathered you said you kind of watched glimpses of our game. Um, now
Yeah, I
I do
watched the
want to.
game.
Oh, you actually watched the actual game? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
Now,
watched Madrid as well.
so you are, yeah. So obviously, we are 16 games in. The records and the stats, as you
It
like to
doesn't
say.
show, by the way.
I don't give a. Okay, well, do you want me to put us full screen? There,
Okay.
happy. There you go. Does that make you feel any better? Tfadal.
Oh man.
They don't lie, as you like to say, right? So there you go. That's record stats right there. Apparently this guy is rejuvenated his game. Can he do it in a final? Time will tell. Inshallah that he fixed his ways. You know what I mean? That's all I
Mm.
can say. And yeah, but listen, in general, I mean, we went to Paris, the same team that everyone said best in the world, European champions, etc., etc. And we just slapped them, absolutely bossed them, bro. Like, you get me? So it's just one of them ones in which we showed levels to the game. This brother's the GOAT keeper for a reason. I mean, when Diaz put us in a sticky situation, which Bayern fans do not want to admit, but hey, it is what it is. Um, Neuer is the one that got us out of it in some occasions. I would actually say most occasions because they were forced into taking shots at the edge of the box area, and he was catching or saving them. There was some close shots at opportunities that they had, like the Kvaratskhelia and the Emery ones that Neuer had on lock. You know what I mean? So it's just like happy days. You get me? Jonathan Tah was brilliant, and that's why I think he gets overhated in my personal opinion. Because if he's actually laser focused, he's actually a very good defender. I'm not gonna say he's world class. That's crazy, but he's actually very good. You know, um, Upamecano though has improved. Now, can he keep it going to a point in which he helps us winning the Champions League? Or DFB Pokal even? God, God knows. Yeah. But as of right now, I think company's got him playing at a level that's ridiculous, to a point in which now I'm not going to lie. I know that there's contract talks going on, all that type of stuff. I think he'll extend eventually. There's a reason why company extended it because the board are trying to make sure that these players stay. I
That's
think
not what I heard. That's not what I heard and read.
What did you read? Did you read that Man City was because that's also two things can be true.
You're talking about Upamecano, right?
Yes. What did you read?
So what I read, first things first is Real Madrid is no longer interested in Ibrahima Konate, and they're shifting that focus towards Upamecano.
That's a lie, and Plattenberg already debunked that. Do you want me to show you?
That's what I read. I mean,
okay. Well, I'm gonna show you something to read right now. Let's go.
And I put a picture there. That's the team of
Florian
the week.
Plattenberg, by the way. Yeah, most reliable journalist in Deutschland. Let's go. Yeah, because it's easy for people to like read things elsewhere, but not within Germany. Fantastic. Closest to the club. Now I know they'll say, "Oh, German PR." Okay. Yeah, but I can say Madrid PR with Upamecano thing as well. Yeah, but how come Madrid loses all of a sudden Upamecano linked? Because he's potentially on a free. Anyone going to talk to me about that? I found it very. No, I just found it very, very interesting that Madrid lose a game and now all of a sudden, because Upamecano is potentially on a free, linked. Makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I mean they've been chasing those players that are running out of contract, and that's why Ibrahima Konate was on top of that list because he's running out of the contract as well in a similar manner. However, due to the performances, I think that's why they're shifting towards Upamecano because Konate is not really showing the levels this season so far.
Do you want to read this, Habibi? Tfadal. Yeah, Real Madrid want.
But that's not Plattenberg. That's somebody else.
Platigol is Florian Plattenberg, Habibi.
No, but the account that posted this is
but
not.
he's saying per Florian Plattenberg, per him.
Yeah, where is his tweet?
No, not this one. This is another guy. The Giga. Let's scroll down. Let's scroll
Yeah,
up.
give me right from the source.
Christian fluent, confident about. So this is one of them. Says it's always difficult to say, but I'm very because this is I'm talking about. If this is fluent, tamam. And then there's so many things going on. Leonard Carl, you have where is it? Where is it? He said it somewhere.
Germany have a concrete interest in Dio, but there's no verbal agreement yet. As previously reported, Real are ready to move if an extension with Bayern fails. However, Oba and his agent are negotiating with Bayern. There is no full agreement yet, but talks are currently progressing positively with a new contract running until 2030 or 2031. He could earn up to 20 mil gross per year. So that's what I'm saying. It's still floating. He did not deny the links, and he said there's no
but he denied
on both
instant
sides.
agreement though. No, but he denied instant agreement, and that's the conversation.
I'm not. I never said they agreed. I'm saying there are some rumors hovering that Real Madrid are interested in Upamecano. That's what I said. I didn't say they reached an agreement.
No, but the way people put it's like as if he's gonna leave.
No, I never said agreement, man. I said there are interests. That's it. And when Real Madrid puts an eye on a target, they normally have a very high chance on getting that target. That's all I'm saying.
Unless your name is Alfonso Davies.
Unless your name is Saliba, and you renew your contract under up to 2030, so that's a different story,
Oh yeah, bro. Listen, man.
No, but again, I mean, the tweet proves it. The tweet proves that there are solid interests, but there's no agreement in any party. I mean, not between Upamecano and Bayern, and not between Upamecano and Real Madrid yet. So everything is still on the table. Negotiations are going, and he could agree with Bayern to renew. I mean, and he also could say no. I want to go to Madrid. I mean, both scenarios are valid still. And we'll see. I mean, from here until the summer.
No, I hear that, man. I hear that, bro. But yeah, listen, we're kind of deflecting from the conversation. Like, again, I just felt like we bossed PSG in the first half, and the second half because of that red card, which I think was a red. Yeah, it's just one of those in which they literally had a go at us, but we just defended for our lives. And one thing I will say though, this just shows that the company has learned to adapt. Because last season, I felt like we only saw glimpses towards the end, but it wasn't enough for me. I feel like this season he's been like his changes are being made earlier. You know what I mean in terms of substitutions. He's rotating more, and he's talked about why he's rotated. Because of the fact of like there was injuries last season because we didn't rotate enough. And then on top of that, like when he has to defend, he'll defend.
This is the thing for young upcoming managers such as Kompany, such as Arteta. These managers, you will see a learning curve, and that's where what you just mentioned, which is adapting or learning or changing, because he's a young manager. He's a very, very young manager. Arteta is a very, very young manager. And their experience is not really vast and huge when it comes to the footballing managerial role. So I think that's what we're seeing right now. I mean, he's adapting to whatever. I mean, the experience that he's gaining from coaching and managing Bayern München. But we'll see, man, how it goes. So far, I think he's doing brilliant with Bayern, man. 16 wins out of 16 games is insane. I mean, it's a really remarkable stat, even though I don't really rate the Bundesliga, but yet it's something to consider. I mean, to keep winning like that. And now you've played against PSG, you played against Chelsea, and you won against those teams as well. So that says something, So maybe I don't really rate those wins in Bundesliga because I have you as favorites all the time. But when you played against PSG and in Paris and you won, and you played against Chelsea and you won, that's something I have to sit here and admit and say, wow, okay, Kompany is cooking something.
At least you understand, because a lot of people don't, unfortunately. But hey, I guess people respect us more if we do beat you guys, eh? We'll see.
Yeah,
I
definitely will
mean,
have my respect. I mean, because both managers and both teams are in form. I mean, Arsenal are in form, and also Bayern are in form. So whoever comes out as a winner will be praised heavily and applauded.
yeah, no, 100%, man, bro. For me, is right. So we play against Union Berlin this weekend, tomorrow, inshallah. Right now, we have to beat them. Then we have to beat Freiburg when we're back, and then we have to beat you. If we beat, like, listen, so far all the tests I've talked about, we've passed. Yeah,
Mm.
some flying colors,
Yeah.
some not. What have we passed? That's all I care about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
If we beat you, bro, yeah, I'm sorry, it's undisputed. Like I'm saying, we're favorites, bro. Because
You are already favorites.
no, but no, but my point, yeah, but I feel like
One of the
people
favorites
will
at
be like,
least.
no, but what I feel like the issue is like people will downplay a little bit our win, because obviously PSG got injuries during the game. But like the thing is, we put them in that situation. First of all, I have to say, Enrique. I mean, I don't know what he did. In my opinion, playing Zara Emery and Ruiz and what's his name, Vitinha
Vitinha.
together. When realistically he should have been playing Neves. You see what happened when Neves came on? Instant impact. By the way, he had another header he could have scored.
Yeah, yeah.
You
I
know,
mean, that
that's not me
trio, I don't know
saying
why
that
you
that's
changed it. That trio is a successful trio. Neves, Ruiz, and Vitinha. That's the midfield that actually won him the Champions League. So I don't know why
yeah.
he.
I get it. I get it. Ruiz was injured. By the way, he was injured. Like I kind of. But then what I don't get is, if you're playing Ruiz, why are you dropping Neves in a game of this magnitude? You know, that's my misunderstanding, is like, why are you playing Ruiz without playing Neves? You know, why are you playing Zaire Emery then? You know, that's just my thoughts. And then I
But
was
the
told, we were
defense is
told,
what really lost in the game, not the midfield, man. The defense and the mistakes they made is what actually
oh yeah,
lost in
no,
the game.
Marquinhos. It was Marquinhos and Hakimi. And listen, he may be Moroccan boy and he's injured, my Shar. Yeah. But we can't lie. Before that injury, Hakimi was poor, bro. And
Yeah, I'm saying
Marquinhos
that
was
the
the worst
defense is what
bunch.
lost in the game, not the midfield, not the offense. It's the midfield. Sorry, the defense what really lost in the game.
But yeah, but the midfield, I thought Kimmich and Pavlovic bossed the fuck out of them. I'm not joking. I actually think it left Vitinha. So, you know, one thing I'll say, and this is why I rate Pedri more than Vitinha. Yeah. I feel like if you isolate Vitinha, you can get him. I feel like if you isolate Pedri, it's harder to get him.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the way I view it. You know what I mean? And this is why, for me, like, when we had Vitinha isolated, like, yes, Vitinha created a few opportunities, but at the end of the day, he was limited to creating few opportunities rather than creating so many from his
Mm-hmm.
position. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it's just one of those, really. I felt like Enrique in that first half, the selections was so random in some respects. You know what I mean? And then you also have to consider Dembele was not supposed to play. He was supposed to come off the bench. That's what they were saying. Maybe they were trying to play mind games with company. I don't know. And then next thing you know, he starts. He scores the offside goal, but then hurts himself and goes backstage. You know, back to the dressing room. It's just like, I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of a howler on Enrique's end, in my opinion. I know not many people will talk about it, but if I was a PSG fan, that would be my question marks. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. But again, man, you're not gonna have Luis Diaz against us, so that's something. And
Yeah,
Olise really didn't really put a good performance, if we're being honest here.
I
Against
agree. No,
PSG, Olise
I
did.
agree. I agree. I think
So
Kane was mid as well. I know people don't want to
Kane
get it.
was okay. Wasn't really that
You know what? You know
wow,
what
but
Kane was good at. You know what Kane was good at. He was good at doing
um,
the defensive side. Fine. I can
that's what
give
I
him that credit.
saw. He's mostly in the defense more than the
Yeah,
offense.
no, but that's where people are giving him his credit. But guys, we need to rely on him as a striker.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
In a big, imagine he did this in a final again without winning. Now what? Everyone's gonna go after Kane. Why don't go after Kane and call out early?
Yeah, man.
I mean, that's my view, man. But I know my fan base, they'll be a bit defensive. Actually, not very defensive, because Harry Kane's had an amazing season. That's not taking away from his season. It will take away from his season if he does this shit in a final or does this shit in a round that gets us knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
This is my thing.
So we'll see how it goes, man.
Called out
with Jackson
now. Bruv, I'm telling you right now, I don't need that brother playing, please.
Jackson, man. Let's see what Nicholas Jackson will do.
No, I'm good, bro. Bro, why did we say, Honest, you have blood on your hands, man. Fucking this guy, man.
Bro, I've never seen a loan with a 16 million per
just
loan,
bro, just retire, sit your ass at home, bro. Do whatever, just leave us alone. This guy, bro, he's built this club back in the 70s, 80s, and then now he's damaging it. Luckily, yeah, a company's actually cooking. Otherwise, we would have been damaged goods. I'm telling you right now, we would have been damaged goods if it wasn't for company. Yeah, that's just how I see it. If I'm being
your
really
downfall
honest.
will start against Arsenal.
Nah. Allow it, man. By the way, your attack, bro. If you don't have Gyökeres, bro, life is easier. You know what I mean?
Yes, man. Yes, we'll see.
The man said you got finesse, bro. Yeah, listen, we don't talk about that, bro. We don't talk about that, Jackson, brother, please. You know what I mean? But listen, man. Speaking of finessed, if it wasn't for Courtois, a specific club would have got absolutely finito, bro. Yeah.
They got demolished anyways, Madrid. I mean,
no, like
technically speaking.
No, but that's my point. Like, what's going on with me, bro? I actually thought Madrid was gonna slap Liverpool. Or lie.
I thought so too. I mean, I predicted 3-1 for Madrid, and it didn't happen. And that's where Xabi Alonso, has to be blamed here, tactically speaking, because he got out tacticked by
Arne Slot.
Arne Slot somehow, and Wirtz turned out to be, good. Szoboszlai played mad and crazy, and McAllister had his best game of the season so far. Bradley pocketed Vini Jr. So that's a lot of things that happened in that game is unbelievable, really unbelievable. I don't get what Real Madrid is doing, and Xabi Alonso needs to fix up. I mean, tactically speaking, he needs to fix up, because that's not how you show up in a UCL night as a Real Madrid. That football team. I mean, that's when you speak about UCL, you put Madrid right next to it. You say UCL Madrid, 15 trophies in the UCL football heritage. It's something really. I don't get it. I totally don't get it. And all the Real Madrid fans that I know, they are so upset with Xabi Alonso, and they're not happy with him because he failed so far, even though they're on top of the league. I mean, that's how they hold their team standards so high, that he failed in two out of 3 tests that they had so far. And the tests are Atletico Madrid failed, Barcelona, they succeeded there, and Liverpool failed. Yeah, so that's really alarming for them as a football club. Even though they are doing well in La Liga, they are top of the league there. But if they want to go far in the UCL and guarantee the win in the La Liga, they need to fix up. I mean, it is what it is, and you rarely can find a game that Real Madrid outplayed the opponent in a I would say I wouldn't say a fancy way, but in a way that domination, right? You say, oh wow, they probably Valencia game. That's the only game I watched where Madrid was really solid. Was really, really solid. And you cannot deny that performance against Valencia. Yeah. But the other games I watched from Madrid, it's not really
not convinced. Like they're getting through it. They're just getting through it.
They're getting results out of individual brilliance. Out of Mbappe,
Jr. I think
Arda Güler sometimes putting on good passes or shots or goals. Vini Jr. sometimes, and that's not sustainable. That's not sustainable if you're relying on individual brilliance, because you need to play. This is an 11 versus 11. sport. That means the team needs to perform as a team and collectively put on a really good performance. That's sustainable. When you have a collective team that are structurally built nicely and tactically instructed well, then that's the team you're afraid of. And that's where I rate Arteta, because we don't have that kind of individual brilliance a lot. We are playing and you can see it from our goals, you can see it from the way we play. There's not like one superstar we're depending on. Everybody is putting on 200% effort. Trossard has to defend, Saka has to defend, even Jokeris has to defend.
Yeah, same
And
with
when
us.
we attack, and when we attack, we all attack together. You see Rice sometimes scoring, you see Zubimendi, you see, and that's what I think is more sustainable than individual brilliance.
I mean, which is kind of the harsh reality, but I mean, listen, obviously when you have different type of debates and you talk about great players, obviously then that's one thing. But to be fair, you are not lying. Like, having a balanced side is more important if you want to win.
Yeah.
I got it. Unless, listen, I will say this though, Real Madrid has won through individual brilliance, but obviously it took them like turning up, like when Amara, and they had luck in their side as well. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it is what it is, man. I mean, listen, one thing I will say though, credit to Real Madrid when they've done it though, because you have to win by hook by crook. You know what I mean? And they did that. You know what I mean? But I think now once you're losing, you have to question with the issue. And the issue, listen, people don't like this opinion I have, but then again, people need to understand. I've seen him at Bayer Leverkusen. All right, like yes, he won the Invincible, great, fine, and he did it with 90 points. That's actually commendable. I'm not gonna take that away from him at all. I think his only loss was against Atalanta in his last game of the season in the final, and that in itself is a problem, by the way. And I'll tell you why, because it followed up in the following season. Yeah, this guy, for some reason, in a big game, and he's shown it against Atletico Madrid, he's shown it against Liverpool. He has this thing in which he has to make a lineup that's outrageous. He's trying to be different. You know what he reminds me of when it comes to making selections in a big game? Reminds me of Pep Guardiola. And I'm going to tell you why.
Pep sometimes have howlers, like the Chelsea, for example.
Like against us, by the way, Alonso, he played without a striker. I think he had Wirtz playing up top. No joke. Throw in Wirtz against Bayern München in a Champions League night when we have the more experience. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he put Patrick Schick there, they have a gunman threat right there. But he didn't do that. When what's his name got the red card, Mukiele, and then he brought on he brought on Tapsoba for what? To give us a penalty? You know what I mean?
He's outdone himself.
He outdone himself against us. So by the time we got to the second leg, we're 3-0 up. Wirtz got injured in the Bundesliga game that they played. I forgot who it was against, right? And then when we played them, 2-0 win at Bayern. 5-0 aggregate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, but don't forget, he's also a young manager. I mean, coming back to the point where we're talking about young manager, Xabi Alonso, company, Arteta. Those are young managers.
I will say,
they're getting big roles. I mean, company's having a big role in Bayern München. Bayern München is not a small team. Arsenal are not a small team. Real Madrid is not a small team.
Now I was gonna say Alonso's in Madrid now, so he has to fix up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Real Madrid are the worst when it comes to the the fans and the patience, man. They are the worst. They're not gonna give you a chance.
But that's why I bring up the Alonso thing, right? Because
the pressure is too high there.
I'm gonna tell you something. If Madrid fans, let's say they gave him time, you gave him time, yeah, Alonso would have to fix up by next season, bro. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think the way Madrid moves, I don't know if they're gonna give him that patience.
No, Madrid will never give
They're not
him.
going to give him that patience. And I don't know if
No,
they
no,
even
no.
should, because it's Real Madrid, bro.
That's what I'm saying. They're the worst when it comes to patience. They're the worst. The pressure is always too high on, and the stakes are too high when it comes to Madrid fans. And big up to them, man. That's how they hold their club in such a high standard, and I
Yeah,
respect
as
that
they
a lot.
should.
And
As
you
they should.
remember I said, yeah, and I mentioned this even in one of your tweets, if you remember, when
Yeah,
about
yeah,
Al
yeah.
Hilal, for example. I respect those teams that have such high standards. I genuinely do, because the fans are the responsible of holding that standard. That is not acceptable when you're
Clubs as
wearing
well.
this.
And clubs as
Sorry.
well. And clubs as well, in my opinion,
And
because they
clubs
have
as well. Well, the fans and the clubs, have to work hand in hand when it comes to setting up the standards and putting on the goals and the KPIs and what they want to achieve as a football club. And when you're wearing that jersey, when you're wearing that badge, you need to perform. And Madrid is not going to tolerate. I mean, maybe they will tolerate if, let's say, they get knocked out in round of 16th in the UCL. The only way they will keep Xabi Alonso is if he won the La Liga.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, if he fumbles that as well, he's going to be out. 100%, he's going to be out. I don't think even the Copa del Rey or the cup they have there is enough for them. I
Funny
don't
thing
think
is,
so.
they barely. I think they should win that too, because they barely win that. They need to start winning that again, in my opinion. But anyway, I do hear you though. The league and the Champions League, they usually must win those. But anyway, their opponents, Liverpool, that won. I thought they done very well, bro. I saw the highlights.
Yes.
I thought even Verts. Listen, you know me, I like to troll, but objectively speaking, I thought he cooked. Sabozlai, unbelievable.
Yeah, he
McAllister,
played very well.
brilliant. Konate and Van Dijk held it. I thought even Bradley, holy smokes, had Vinny in his pocket, massive pockets of his, bro, because that was unreal. You know what I mean? So even Robertson play. It wasn't even Kirkis. It was Robertson playing on the other side.
Yeah, man, he went back to his squad. I mean, Kirk is. Look, he's a good player. It's just he didn't find his feet when he joined Liverpool, and he maybe probably needs some time to integrate. Arne Slot needs a little bit of time to integrate all these players into his squad. And one of them is Kirkes, because Kirkes has been putting a lot of abysmal and awful performances in Liverpool, offensively and defensively. And Robertson, he has a massive experience, and he's a guy who's been there and done that. He won them leagues, he won them Champions League, so they should be lucky that they didn't sell him or anything like that until they integrate all these players. Even Salah was playing good as well, even though a couple of times I thought he should have passed the ball, but he chose not to. One ball that he shot, I saw against Courtois. He tried to shoot, and Verts was clear and open. And when he shot the ball went all the way up, and Verts just turned around and walked away.
Yeah, bro,
and that's a huge. A sign of frustration, but he didn't really say anything. He just turned around and walked. And oh man. Salah needs to start, acting more as a leader rather than just a superstar, and he needs to give the ball more towards his teammates. And you're no longer the number one star in Liverpool. You have a lot of players who came in, Verts, Ekitike, Isak. So you need to start, showing them how to and help them to thrive, because you're no longer going to put crazy performances of the season like you did last season. It's going to be very difficult for Salah to sustain and continue delivering in that level. So for me, I think he needs to, in terms of the way he plays, he needs to start looking towards assists more than goals, being a leader, being there for them, being in terms of morale, picking up their confidence and and give them the advices here and there. That's the role of that should be the role of Salah now. before they sell him probably this summer to Saudi or something
He
like
goes
that.
this
So
summer, by the way.
I think he will. I think he will. I don't think he will stay until he completely falls off the grid when it comes to the performances, because you can see, yeah.
I think he stays unless if, let's say, Al Hilal or Al Ittihad or whoever from Dori like pulls up and offers the money, and then Salah gets low. And because remember before, and you know this by the way, because you live here in Saudi as well. The rumors of Salah to Al Hilal was a big thing last winter, a very big thing. It got to the point that Turkish Sheikh even started leaking stuff on Facebook. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's the thing. I don't think it will have the same hype, right? Because Salah last season was crazy. The guy carried Liverpool, man.
But he
literally carried Liverpool.
Yeah, but he was because he was linked to join on a free in the summer. It was not like he was linked to join in winter.
Yeah, I understand. That's what I'm saying. But the hype that surrounded Salah because of the performances that he's been putting in and the numbers that he's been delivering. And now Salah is not delivering in that same level. So I don't think Al Hilal or Al Nasr or any of the Saudi teams will offer the same offer that was offered before. It's going to be less. It will be a good offer. Definitely 100% a good offer. Maybe 100 mil per season or something like that. And I think from marketing perspective, I think it will be a win for any club, because the number of Egyptians are not really little when it comes to
the number of Egyptians here, Allah.
Yeah, man, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, so from marketing perspective, it's fine if you give him like 100 mil per season. They will recoup that money
Habibi, we're gonna
in probably a month.
Bro, we're gonna start generating Masri fans of that Saudi club that he joins. I'm telling you right now, bro. Prepare for that, bro. Any Masri you see في الشوارع, في الدوام, anywhere you go, Hilali or Ahlawi, it doesn't matter. Whichever club he goes, just expect to see Masris with like shirts of whatever club.
Yeah, they will flood into that club. I mean, if it is Ittihad, if it was Ahli, Nasr, Hilal, any club.
Bro, you'll see Masris in the games, bro. You'll see them in the games, and they'll start joining in the chants, bro. You know what I mean? And yeah, you won't just see Saudi people. You'll see, because usually when you go to games, majority of the people that are like watching said club, like from the Arab, is Saudi, right? Because they're local, whatever, right? But now you're gonna see more of Egyptians going, because it's like Salah is representing Balad Dunya, it's like
yeah, man, it's a huge marketing, I would say, strategy if you bring in Salah. By the way, I put a picture here.
I was gonna show it once because I wanted to talk about all games and then show it. That's why I didn't show it.
Okay, it's fine.
Yeah. But that's why I was hoping you didn't remove it, actually. We will show it in the end before we end the stream. But I say we transition so we don't waste too much time. Man City, their opponents for Liverpool in the Premier League, they beat Borussia Dortmund 4-1, bro. Dortmund.
Yeah, we talked about it in length last night.
Yeah, I know. We have to talk about it again. Uttering, you see, Borussia Dortmund, in all due respect, you may go far in the Champions League at the end of the season. I'm not going to deny it. As I said before, when you least expect Borussia Dortmund to do something, they do it. Yeah. But this is why this question is always being asked. Because you, man, go to Europe and you shame the fucking nation of Deutschland, bro. You shame it. Going to the Ittihad and getting slapped 4-1, bro. Are you crazy? But yeah, let's talk about the game anyway. As I said, slapped, bro. Haaland, Foden had an insane game. Cherki, I told you once he's back, this guy's going to start balling out. Don't be shocked if he's the difference between Man City potentially winning and losing the league, by the way. Don't be shocked, because now he's going to be creating chances galore for a Haaland or for God knows who. Foden as well. If he's up to speed as he is at the moment, if he keeps on going, God knows what will happen. By the way, Even by the way, even the midfield and defense, they seemed hella comfortable against Borussia Dortmund. Very comfortable. Um, you know what I mean, bro?
Mm-hmm.
I look at the goals that Man City score, and I have to ask, right? Why is the Borussia Dortmund defense? They have like this habit, right? Because they played Ben Sabani, Anton, and Schlotterbeck. It's like the strongest back three alongside of Svensson, left wing back, who's had a decent season. Ryerson, right wing back. Why? On paper, when I look at Bundesliga ball and I look at these guys at the back, I'm like, that's actually pretty aggressive enough to give Man City a go. But my God, they were just ball watching. They were just ball watching, bro. You know what I
I
mean?
think,
It's ridiculous. Like for those folding goals, they're just ball watching. It's like they're there, but they're not even putting much effort to be that aggressive. I'm like, what's going on? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. So yeah, it's one of them. One City was just comfortable. But yeah, what do you have to say about that, bro? Because I feel like I've been just
well, you said it, man. Borussia Dortmund was really awful defensively. I mean, especially the first goal for Foden, man. They gave him a mile, of space just for him to turn and aim and shoot, and it's like a training ground, not a UCL game, man. They allowed Foden to score that goal, and defensively they were really not doing well. Doku managed to cross for Haaland, and Haaland, is a lethal striker, so he's going to score any opportunity given to him. And again, Foden scores a brace. And at the end, I think O'Reilly was it? O'Reilly probably scored the fourth
Raleigh
goal.
pops up, I believe. No wait,
Yeah, man. They killed the
was
game, man. They killed the game.
no wait, wasn't it Shirk? No, Shirky scored. Yeah, Shirky
Sorry,
scored. Oh
Shirker,
yeah,
not O'Reilly.
O'Reilly scored against what's that Bournemouth.
Yeah, that was against Bournemouth. You're right. Uh, so for me, Man City played very, very comfortably. Very comfortable win for them. They didn't really put on that, I would say, the first gear, and Dortmund they were really awful. They were really shit to watch, man. And believe me when I tell you, and this is a genuine opinion that I have. If any team in the Premier League play against Dortmund, I think they're not going to win it, even if it's against Burnley.
I
I'm
think
very
I'll
serious
be
about it.
honest. I know why you say that because that was a shitty look. I'm not gonna deny it, but they weren't playing like this against us, and we just talked about how good we are. Like they play. See how they played that entire game? They did it against us first half. Second half, they actually gave us a go. You know what I think the problem is with Borussia Dortmund?
Mm,
I'm gonna be really honest when I say this. I
mm.
think Borussia Dortmund's problem is Niko Kovac. He sometimes has this weird habit of like having to be pragmatic when he has all the tools to not be. You know what I mean? Like that game
Yeah, but
against Man
that's what I
City,
thought.
too
I
much
thought
respect.
offensively they were good. Offensively they were good. They had several shots on target. Adiame had several shots. Guirassy had several shots. But Donnarumma was,
Yeah,
doing
but Donnarumma
Donnarumma
was top
things.
keeper, obviously. But I mean, to be fair, Gorazzi, for how good he is as a finisher, should do better as well.
Yes,
Adiemi has
they
this
missed.
habit of missing stupid these chances all the time. Like, by the way, you saw that Champions League final that they were in the other year. If Adiemi was more clinical, they might have won that final.
Probably, and that's the thing, So offensively, I'm not going to talk much about Dortmund because they did have a couple of chances. They created the chances. However, they were not really clinical. But when it comes to the defense and the midfield, they were absolutely an utter shit. I couldn't bear to watch, man. It was like a training session for Manchester City. They were playing with them. It feels, when you have this school league and
Yeah,
like a 12th grade playing against 8th grade or something like that. And
yeah.
that's how it felt, bro. That's how it felt, to be honest. It was complete. I mean, they outplayed them, outclassed them from every aspect, from every single aspect. And I think Dortmund should have done better. I don't know how they even scored that goal. I think that was a pity goal for them that they scored.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, big up chat. By the way, I'm not gonna lie, but bruv, that is shameless. That is absolutely shameless.
Yeah, he dominated him, man. He pocketed him very well.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Hopefully that exam went well, man. Yeah, unfortunately, I have an exam tomorrow, bro. Yeah, so I'm gonna be missing the Bayern game. Damn it. But yalla, بالتوفيق. You know what I mean?
Best of luck, bro.
Shkur, habibi. But yeah, man. Yeah, man. Listen, it is possible that we draw. I remember saying like throughout the entirety of the season that when we face off, it could be a draw. But like the reason why I'm gaining confidence because that one against PSG is crazy, bro. I can't lie. I thought we are gonna draw that game. Look how that went. You know what I mean? It's like I'm just showing chess based on the football. Like you know what it is. Like you know when you play that good, like at some point you just have to show chess. At some point, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Like I tried being as reserved as I can, but seeing us win like that, it's like I can't do that anymore. I just can't. Like I'm seeing us destroy.
Keep
teams
having
like-
that ego. We're gonna get smacked against
brother,
us, man.
brother.
Yes,
We have
man.
your,
The
brother, we
bigger
have
you
your
are, the
brother.
harder the
No,
fall.
brother. No, bro. Man said the harder the fall, brother. That loss against you won't matter as much, but it will just show that we need to be more aware. That's it.
It won't matter that much now. Okay.
The only thing it will matter for is who's first and who's second.
Oh.
It's okay.
Oh.
At the end, I'll still be playing in the knockout stages away at home, second leg. It's okay, bro. Because I'll win my other games. I'll win against Sporting. I'll win against Saint Gilloise. I'll win against PSV. Now what?
I think we have Inter, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, to be honest, I think you beat Inter though. I can't lie. I think you beat Inter Milan this time. You know, there's Inter Milan under Kivu. I know they've won their games so far. They're like us, but they're frauds. I actually think if you go play Inter Milan now, you beat them.
I also think if we play Bayern Munich now, we're gonna beat them as well.
Keep dreaming, Habibi. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. The thing is, Arsenal has to prove more by defeating. This is what I'm saying, but their record is so ass that they want to chat to me. Shut up, man. Get a grip. Get a grip.
Yeah, man.
Well, but am I lying though? Am I lying though?
What?
Am I lying? Your record against us is ass.
Our record in the UCL is ass, man. What you talking about?
And you wanna grow a pair of balls?
Yes. Every season had different circumstances.
Here we go. Context. I'm just kidding. To be fair, if I get that there's context, but are you gonna be dealing with them context? That's
what do you mean?
Neither. So so your context is clean sheet, yeah?
So clean sheet, strong defense.
All right. So you want to bring clean sheets, Mumtaz, yeah? So let's say we beat you because you decide to be hella defensive. So are you gonna call out your attack? Because your context is gonna be.
I will call out the whole team and Arteta up front as well, on top of that list.
So at some point, then the context is null and void.
Well, depends on the circumstances and the events of the game and how we lost it. If we do lose it.
Interesting. Hey, listen, man. Be very. By the end of this month, we will have an interesting. Wow, I'm gonna have to do some bare previews, man. Bro, there's too many Arsenal fans to talk to, man. Too many. Wallah, you think you're the only one, Habibi? The entire dunya is Arsenal, bro. Your fan base is salt, bro. I can hear it from here all the way from London, Habibi.
Yeah, man. Big up the Gunners, man. Big up to the Arsenal fans.
By the way, you know, I have to admit, you know, the following of Arsenal in the Khalij is you know, I'm sure you know about this because I used to live in Bahrain, by the way. You know, they had an Arsenal school.
No, I didn't know.
Wallah al-Azim, they had an Arsenal school.
Man, the Arsenal reach is quite, huge, to be honest.
Support in Bahrain,
massive.
I actually think in the Premier League, in Bahrain alone, I think Arsenal has the most fans.
Maybe.
Because you know what it is? I was born and I lived there. Their support is ridiculous. Like, I'm talking like any Bahraini you talk to, they'll be like Arsenal, and then they'll pick like a Madrid or Barca.
I know why.
Why?
Because we have similar colors to their flag.
Yeah, that's a good point. Wallah, that's actually a good point. Wallah, that's a good point. Red and white. Yeah, red and white. It's not red and yellow like Man United. Bro, how is Man United the big bro? Shaitan Club, biggest support in the world. Haram, ya akhi.
Yeah,
Haram.
man.
You not noticed?
Well, if you look at their record and their trophies and what Sir Alex Ferguson did for the club in the late 90s and early 2000s, then it's understandable they built an empire. I mean,
Yeah, that's
and
the thing.
yeah, man, and when you build an empire on the 2000s and the early 90s, so you're talking about the people who were born at that time. I mean, grew up hearing about this club, because when you grow up as a young kid, obviously you're going to support the best players in the world, the best teams in the world, and those are the people born in the 90s, early 2000s. So they grew up supporting Manchester United, and rightfully so. That's how you grow your fan base, by winning. I mean, if let's say Arsenal start winning, in a hypothetical here, let's say we win the next 3-4 years, we keep winning. Let's say we win 3 Premier Leagues out of 4 or something like that. Then those youngsters that are born, let's say, between 2018 and 2026, those gonna grow up supporting Arsenal. So that's how the fan base grows. I mean, it goes on from a generation to a generation. I mean, if you look at the 70s and the 80s, when I'm talking about Premier League specifically, Liverpool were dominating. And for example, my dad is a Liverpool fan, and probably all. Yeah, see, I mean, they grew up watching Liverpool winning, and you cannot. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
You always gravitate towards success.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. I think with Liverpool specifically, yes, it's to do with winning, because in the 80s they were dominant. But in my dad's case, Mathalan, because he always talks about this. When my dad is into like these old school tunes, my dad was a massive fan of the Beatles, and they had and Liverpool's
even my dad loved the Beatles
history. Yeah, and their culture and history had a lot to do with the Beatles as well.
And that's what I'm saying. Those are kind of things what we call marketing strategies. I mean, when you tie yourself towards an icon or something with significant matter, I mean, that's how you market yourself, and that's what United did in the 90s. They started selling a lot of merch. They started growing in terms of revenue. Probably started visiting, across the globe, Asia. And all that stuff. For instance, Africa. If you look at Africa as a continent, probably they have most majority of them supporting Arsenal in Africa.
That's true. Yes.
When you go, for instance, to Asia, probably you're gonna see Man United and Liverpool. And if you go, for instance, to North America, you're gonna see probably, I don't know, North America, probably United, I would say. South America could be.
We talk about Premier League or in the world, because in America, to be fair, I think America is very diverse. I think United States and the Middle East is too diverse. I generally believe that, but I think America is quite more diverse, because now in America you can also add Bundesliga. Like, you'll be shocked the amount of support there is from Bundesliga clubs there. Like Bayern München's biggest support outside of the Germany itself is in America.
Probably you market
you even have like pubs. Like, I know one in New York specifically, specific to Bayern fans. So
maybe. But I've seen a lot of Americans that support Bayern Munich. That's true.
And by the way, the panel shows that I do, most of the Bayern fans, like content creators or like that I do content with, like, they're Americans. Majority are Americans. Like, I only know one English Bayern fan, Bayern View. Okay. And then the rest are all American. And then I am the Saudi Bayern fan. There's one Kuwaiti, I think in Bavaria. One Kuwaiti one. There's one from Egypt that I know of. Like, There's a few Bayern fans in the Arab world, but
Not many.
it's,
Yeah, not many.
yeah, they're like it's. You know what it is with? I'll be honest, yeah, like Bayern fans in the Middle East, there is a good amount. It's just when you compare it to Premier League and La Liga fans, and I'm talking about La Liga, El Clasico, Barcelona, Madrid, it's not as much. That's the
No,
difference.
even Serie A has more fan base here than.
I tried telling people, I told people there's a lot of AC Milan fans and
Yes.
the Inter Milan fans in the Khalij. I tried
Yes.
telling, especially in El Mamlaka, I've told people about this. Like I told them, there's more Milan fans than there are Juventus fans, but there's a few. I think Juventus like Bayern. There's like a decent amount, but it's not as much as Milan and Inter. Milan and Inter is more in
Yeah.
the Khalij, way more. You know, because
I mean, I grew up watching Milan, man. I loved Milan, for instance. Milan was one of the greatest teams I've watched when I was a kid. I mean, yes, I ended up supporting Arsenal, but Milan was like one of my like let's say second favorite team watching. I loved Kaká, I loved Shevchenko, I loved all these players, Sidor, Pirlo. I grew up watching these players. But yeah, you're right, man. Bayern does not have much of a fan base here in the Arab world. Probably in the US and Europe, of course, but not in the Arab world. Not even in Africa, not even in Asia. And I think that's due to your lack of marketing. You need to speak to
Bayern,
the marketing department in your club.
I mean, our PR team is fucking abysmal. I'm not gonna
You
disagree.
should be their representative here in Saudi. You should speak to them and say, "Hey, listen, I'm gonna rep you in Saudi, and here's my
I'll be
share.
so honest. If Bayern wasn't
I'm gonna
as
start
dominant
a
in the
club here
2010s
in
when it
Saudi,
became the, I'll be
a community
look,
club, you know."
bro. I'll be so honest. If Bayern wasn't as dominant in the 2010s, I don't know if I would have been a Bayern fan. And not just that, because you have to understand on FIFA because I actually became Bayern fan through FIFA as well, and there was Robin Ribery. You know what I mean? So that just got me closer.
You wanna hear a funny story?
Yeah.
I started supporting Arsenal because of Winning 11. I don't know if you remember Winning 11.
Of
It
who?
was Winning 11. It's a football game. It's like a FIFA PS. Probably you didn't really grow up playing those games, but anyways, it was Winning 11 1 or 2 or 3. I can't remember. It was PlayStation 1. Okay, and when you play the football there, the first thing it comes up is the list of national teams, right? And if you
Yeah.
go to the second list, it's the clubs list, right? And the first club on the top left corner was Arsenal.
Crazy.
And I chose them, and man, they were fucking good, And Henry was there. I was like, who the hell is this guy? He's so fast, And I'm scoring with them, and I'm like, man, this is my team. This is my team, man. And I started playing Bergkamp, and I was like, damn, man, this team is good. And from that day, I started watching Arsenal more and more, and that's how I grew up being an Arsenal fan. I mean, so everybody has his own way of how he was introduced to the club. But man, for you, I mean, it goes back to my point: is when you start. By the way, Chelsea was irrelevant, Tano, at that time. Just FYI.
Yeah. By the way, this is a good
But
point. Anyone who Khan's Rummenigge was. By the way, he was a legend at Bayern. But even as one of the heads of the supervisory board, not many people know who the hell he is. You know what I mean? That's like, do I care? You're gonna have to go to war with him again.
But yeah, man, it's fine, man. It's just Chelsea fan. Garbage.
Well, let's talk quickly about that game. Since he's here.
Man, that game, man. I'm not gonna talk about it. I mean, I talked about it yesterday, and I don't want to talk about a team who cannot win against an Azerbaijani team in the UCL, man. This is shameless, bro.
By the way,
man.
you know what? We did heavyweight show yesterday, which is basically, I'm sure you've heard of it, right? The show that I do with the European clubs. Prime was in that show, him and Yasser TV. Go subscribe to Yasser TV, yeah. And Prime brought a very good point. We talk about inexperience. He brought up a point about how Tosin and Sanchez are like on prime age years, like 26, 27 respectively.
That's why they lost to a team called almost called garbage.
No, it's Manny. I'm talking age. Like the point, if anything, this is more of a criticism to Chelsea. How are these guys not performing at that age? It means they're shit.
They
Well, we're
are.
giving them too much
They
of
are
benefit of the
shit.
doubt. We're giving too much benefit of the doubt to this. Even me. Yeah, I don't get it twisted. I would actually rather Chelsea do good than Arsenal do good. But at the same time, if I'm being objective, okay, their attack is good, their midfield's good. Okay, fine. Fullbacks, okay, when they're fit, but then they're center backs. Oh my, bro, these guys, bro, they lost to Zbala FC.
Yeah,
That's what
man,
they
garbage, man. What the hell,
Zbala,
man?
Zbala,
Imagine,
big up to
imagine
Azerbaijan.
drawing against garbage.
Carrier back. What man said carrier back? No, I'm dead.
You can big
Carrier,
up
no,
Godfrey, man. Give him the
no,
biggest,
no,
man.
hey,
What the
no, I'm
hell,
gonna
man?
play a laughing clip from this route. Bunch of Saudi men laughing at the hotel, bro. That's what this may be me, but
But
no,
back to your point when you said you start supporting Bayern, man. Forget about garbage, man. I'm not gonna talk about garbage,
yeah,
man.
you
Garbage
gave
is
up on Zbala FC and Chelsea.
bad,
By the way,
man. They're
he's basically
garbage,
saying
bro.
you're Zbala. By the way, Hano, yeah, bigger Zbala. I mean, you
But
used to
what?
actually, to be fair, your club currently employs him. You
Who?
used to employ Arizbala, so goes hand in hand. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was saying about what you just said that you grew up supporting Bayern Munchen because of Ribery and Robben and how they dominated at the early 2010s, 2011, and that's true. I mean, Ribery and Robben were unplayable at that time. They were really, for me, for instance, 2013, I think Ribery was robbed of the Ballon d'Or, in my
Oh
opinion.
yeah, oh yeah,
Uh,
100%, bro.
and
100%,
Robben
bro. And this is why I can't take Ballon d'Or seriously, though, because Bayern players always get scammed from these awards.
And at the end, look at you, for instance. You watch the team that is winning and it was playing beautiful football and they had elite players, and you start supporting the club. And that's how any football club grows. Is they
Oh
have
yeah,
these kind of patches and good players around them, and they start winning stuff, and that's how any fan base will grow. But yeah, man, I used to really love Bayern at that time, man. They were really a good team to watch. Beautiful, beautiful team to watch.
oh no, 100%, bro. 100%. Oh yeah, yeah. But this is what I mean. Lewandowski robbed. By the way, yeah, Lewandowski robbed. Ribery robbed. Like, okay. I mean, that's a bit jumping the gun. But I will say this though: if we're going by the logic of how Messi beat Erling Haaland for that Ballon d'Or, or even
Oh
Rodri for that
yeah,
matter,
yeah.
by
But
that logic, you could say Neuer got robbed as
at
well.
least, at least I can say he won the World Cup. There's something to say. You know.
Okay, no, but that's what I'm saying. By that fucking logic, when they gave Messi that Ballon d'Or, you can say then why did Neuer get the Ballon d'Or over Cristiano Ronaldo? When Ronaldo won the Champions League and scored the goals, and Haaland scored the Champions League and scored the goals. See, so the logic is not logicking. You
Yeah,
get what I'm
math is
saying?
not mathing. Yeah,
Or
yeah.
the math is not yeah, well, so yeah, again, it depends on how you look at it, bro. To be fair, I still
Especially
think
the
Ronaldo is
treble
one of
season, man. I thought Haaland's supposed to win that. I mean, the treble season, he should have won the Ballon d'Or. To be honest.
Oh no,
I mean,
yeah, yeah.
as much as I hate Man City and as much as I hate this Haaland guy, but he deserved that Ballon d'Or.
Yeah. By the way, Chad, how are we only on 6 likes? Are you guys sad?
You guys sad.
Men are sad, bro. 6 likes. Bro, don't make me go get the ship. Yeah, slap the likes, man. Seriously, man. Fucking you know what? I ain't got time for this shit because I have another stream to do. So let's look at this team before we end the stream. So this was team of the week. My goalkeeper in goal, deservedly so. Got man of the match, so makes sense. Who's that Hafos center back? Don't know. I can't see the. Oh, no way Kosh got into that back line, bro. Bro, I'll be so honest. I saw the first half of their game against Napoli because they played early kickoff. It was the same time as Arsenal played Slavia Praga. Bro, I get why he's in this thing because obviously Napoli were just shooting at Frankfurt players and they were taking careless shots and all that shit. But at the same time, though, that brother is bro, the fact he got is crazy, bro. I actually think he's mid, bro. Augusto. Okay, Forbes makes a lot of sense. By the way, Barcelona escaping murder, bro.
Yeah, man, he scored
You
2
think they
goals and
got robbed?
assisted 1.
Do you think Barcelona robbed in the end?
Absolutely not.
So you think that goal didn't fucking deserve to be counted?
Which goal are you talking about? Wait.
There is a guy who scored
Mm.
by tackling the ball off Chesney, and they disallowed it. They thought it was a foul.
I did not see that, to be honest, so I'm not going to comment
I
on
urge
it.
you to
But
see it because that's a fucking robbery and a half, bro. I'll be so honest. But typical Putalona scum, nothing new. Maza, McAllister, Zappacosta, Foden. Oh, yeah, Osimhen scored a hat trick, bro. Hey, by the way, TKA saw that game live in person, by the way. He decided to brag to me that he's watching Leroy Sané, this fraud. Of course he
live,
would.
whom did they play?
They played a few, what you call it? When did he say he would? Wait, what, sir? Can you repeat?
So he flew to Turkey to watch it?
No. The game was in Ajax because they faced Ajax.
Oh, he went to... Okay. Interesting.
Yes.
I'm going to ask him. Oh, he's not going to be in the Quora pod today, right? Shit.
No, but
I'm going to ask him
he
about it.
sent me a I can send you if you want. He went to the Ajax in Amsterdam because he lives in Netherlands.
Yeah, he does. That's why I was asking him. And did he fly to...
No.
But
They
okay.
visited. They visited in the Cruyff Arena. And then Marino up top. What the fuck?
A brace, man. He scored 2 goals. What you want?
No, it's not even about that. It's just I would have never thought they'd count him as a striker. That's the argument.
No. He is playing. I mean, Arteta switched him to a striker, bro.
Yeah, where is Connor Bradley? That's a good fucking question. And then what's this? Liam said yesterday, if Bayern win anything, it's the treble. Yeah, but he always jumps the gun, man. So like, I'm not even gonna, take that all too seriously. In all due respect, you know what I mean? Because yeah, man, I'm not that type of guy that jumps the gun, bro. Sam, I'm not that type of guy. So yeah, and Hannah, you know me as well. So yeah, but that's about it. But guys, I do have to end it here because we're gonna have to redirect to the El Hilal watch along. You know what I'm saying? We play against the Stars in Najba. You know what I mean? In Breda. So yeah, man, listen. Let's see how that game pans out for us. And inshallah, it's a dub. By the way, tomorrow, quickly, predictions. Al Ahli Ittihad, or Ittihad Al Ahli, sorry. What are you saying?
2-2.
من جدك 2-2. By the way, he said a lot of weird shit, bro. Yeah, he said a lot of weird
I haven't watched the interview yet, so I'm gonna watch
saw
it probably
glimpses.
today.
He said some weird. I mean, part of me blames Piers Morgan though. What this guy, man. Listen, thank you for saying nice things about Saudi, but at the same time, bro, you're doing too much in it. It's just one of the. Yeah, bro, man even touches abs.
Like, I want to comment. I want to comment on this. Can you pull up the comment from Manu Neuer? Yes. I'll tell you why it's difficult to score in Saudi. And it has nothing to do with the levels of the teams. I'm not gonna sit here and brag about it, and I mentioned this long time ago when I started even this channel. When you play in Saudi, and you're playing at 40 plus degrees Celsius, and there are some instances you're playing with humidity as well. If you're playing in Jeddah or if you're playing in the Eastern Province. Believe me, the amount of energy you're going to exuberate for you to play a 90 is double the amount of energy you will need when you're playing, let's say, in England, you're playing in Germany, you're playing in Spain, because the weather is extreme and your body, I mean, the physiques of your body needs a lot of energy, and it consumes a lot as well. And I think that's why what Ronaldo wanted to say is because of the temperature and the extreme weather and the amount of energy the players have to put in to perform the 90. And that's why sometimes when you watch Saudi League, you see the players are a little bit exhausted, and that's not because they're not fit No, it's because their energy is completely drained.
Crazy. No, I have to admit, bro. The only time in which temperature is like and even by the way, I'll tell you something. One thing about Saudi that people need to understand, there is really no middle ground at the times that these players play. So when they play at night, it's hot in the summer. We both know this. Yeah. And when they play in the winter, it's at night specifically, because that's when they usually play. Very cold. You don't get the in between.
No, you're not going to compare. I'm sorry, you're not going to compare the coldness of Saudi to
No.
Europe.
But you're missing the point. No. But you're not missing the point. They don't get to play in perfect temperature.
No, but I think winter for them is nice because when it's like 10 degrees.
But bro, winter, malish, but the winter over here, yes, it might not snow, but bro, it's still cold. It's especially in certain months, it's cold as hell, bro. You'll start seeing rains, hails, and God knows what, bro. By the way, there was a point in time.
Germany, nothing compared to London.
There was a point in time I played football with my friends. Hail, rain, and all. I don't know why we were idiots for doing that. But I ended up getting sick the next day.
Yeah, because you're Arab, man. You're built to survive 50, but not built to survive below 10.
Yeah, but that's my point. A lot of these players.
But these players, when I say European players that are coming from Europe, I think it's easy for them to.
I know it's more of the summer. I know what you mean, but like my point is they don't get perfect temperatures during the nighttime. They don't.
Now it's perfect, man. Now it's the perfect weather, if you ask me.
Oh no, for now. Yeah, wait till
now it's 25, 26,
Habibi, we'll get to December, we'll get to January, then we'll be back to having this conversation. How about
that? And Hano, if Enzo Fernandez, yes, he's gonna flop because he comes from a team who drew against garbage.
Look how shameless this guy has become, bro. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I need to slap you, man. I swear down. But anyway, guys, we're gonna end it here and we're gonna redirect to my other stream. Guys, listen, you guys know exactly what to do. Subscribe, not just to my channel, but to also Football Rigs. The link is in the title. You know what I mean? Like, comment your way on the stream. Go check socials and show you wherever you are. Just say Zero Raid on my other stream. And also, before you leave, I'm going to put that link as well on my other stream. Listen, that Discord is out. Join it, guys. Yeah, you can engage and chat about whatever the hell you want to chat about in regards to topics that are involved in the chats. Actually, there's a lot of chats about different topics. So, yeah, enjoy. So, as long as you keep it simple, please. But, yeah, that's about it. Sam, any final words?
Man, good luck in your exam tomorrow. Good luck on the Hilal game as well. And big up to the Arsenal. Tomorrow is the watch along for me. It's going to be a nice game because you know who we're going to play. Now, it's not about the team, but it's about the player, the captain. Granit Xhaka, our ex-capitano.
By the way, that guy in the Bundesliga, I'm not going to lie. I actually thought at one point played like one of the best players in the world. In the midfield.
No, he was good. He was good. By
the way, that's why I think your fan base disrespected Xhaka too much, bro. In my opinion, when I saw him at Liverpool, I'm like, what the fuck did Arsenal fans?
No, he is hot-headed. I'm sorry. You gotta hold your
hot-headed, but that doesn't take away from his ability, though.
I'm not saying he's a bad player, but when it comes to attitude, you have to have a grip on your emotion.
True. I mean, he did his attitude did cost you a few times, but at Liverpool, he was actually better than you know what I mean. I will say that he is I'll tell you this though, he's a fucking shithouse, bro. That dickhead is a shit.
I don't mind the shithouser, but you gotta hold the heat when it comes against you. When they turn against you, you gotta hold your ground. That's it.
Yeah. But guys, we're gonna end it now. Yeah.
Cheers.
Man said cheers. Listen, you know what?
Hey, cheerio.
You know what? We're going to put this clip just so Sammy understands my message. Take care. See you.
Calma, tranquila. Vamos. Yeah? Relax.